Air Jordan 7 Cardinal. Alright, so what's up YouTube? Just another quick pickup video for you here today. And we have the Air Jordan 7 in the white, black, and cardinal red colorway, which surprisingly, it's actually January right now. They're still available, full size run. And I knew these weren't probably gonna be like in crazy demand and like sell out, you know, the way some retros and some Jordans sell. But I definitely am completely shocked with how available these were. I was only intending to obviously just get at least one. I was gonna double up if I could. I ended up doubling up and some just because they're just sitting there. So it's like, why not, you know? And I haven't bought these since 06. I actually grabbed one of my 06 pairs. We're gonna do a little comparison or just get into some of the details. I grabbed one of my 06 pairs. I tripled up back then. I only ended up wearing one of the pairs, so this is the pair I was gonna wear casually, like the rock pair, and I never got around to rocking them. So I have this pair, another DS pair, and the hoop pair that I did actually hoop in. Those are pretty beat. But to the 2022 pair, these, not much to complain about. They did a really good job on them. And I didn't buy the 2011 pair because I had my triple up on the 06 pairs and they were pretty much identical to these, so it was no purpose to even bother. But they definitely made some changes going with the 2022 pair, most notably with the shape in general. Like these just have a much better slope and a little more of a streamlined shape than the 06 pair. These just they're a little more bulky, but then they have like a smooth, like they slant a little smoother, but they're just a little more bulky at the top than they should be. To be honest, neither one of these are all that close shape-wise, or I should say build-wise, to the original. The original 7s were like true Hirachis. They're really thin. So starting with these 06 retro 7s and all the way up to now, like these shoes have been, you know, they put on some weight. They've gotten real puffy and bulky, way more than they should be, even though they're trying to still improve the shape. But these do have a reasonable slope shape, so I don't have too much to complain about that. And then the one thing, like around the ankle area here, if you can see, like it's leather on the outside, and then the inner panel is also still a nice thick cut of leather, which I'll show you the 06 pair. They had been really cutting corners on that with the 7s. You can see here, it's like the white pair, and then you got like that cardinal interior where it's like super thin, like a little synthetic in there. So that was a really nice improvement to see on the 2022 pair. All these cuts, like all the panels, are generally pretty thick. The leather has a nice feel to it. It doesn't like have a heavy coating on it or nothing. The tongues are quite a bit taller than this previous retro for sure. I know there was like a little back and forth on the internet talking about, you know, the height of the tongue. Yeah, it's probably taller than it should be, but it's not really a deal breaker or anything. I'm not gonna not buy it over that. And they did correct the heel tab. As you can see, within that triangular portion of the patch, there's a 7 in there, and it's the red 7 on top, and then the rest of the panel is black. So it's like a red 7, and then the rest is black. You can see on the 06, even though my tab has got some oxidation there, you see it's black on top, and then it's got red in between. So this was not like the original. This is correct to the original. So that's one of the other improvements they made. But just in general, this has pretty much been how the 7s have been over the last few years. Same build, same fit, etc., etc. They didn't really make any major changes with these. But I was just happy to see that they used some nice leather. That was the main thing that I was concerned with, especially with these. And then the 2011 pair, the leather just wasn't that great. The overall shape was nice. I don't have a problem with it. It's not to the level of the original for sure. But I guess we're working towards it. I guess we're working towards it. So I don't really have any complaints. Even this, the 7s have been reasonably comfortable as well. I do wish, like, if you see pictures of the originals, the tongue here, because these shoes are pretty white, and then this tongue is like a stark white. But on the original pair, although the tongue is white, the padding like underneath that nylon layer is black, so it does add a little bit of contrast. Even though the tongue still appears to be white, it's like you can see all the perforations are contrasting better on the tongue. And then it goes with the perforations in the rest of the upper to give you a little more contrast and break up all that white. So if I had something to complain with the shoe, well, maybe not to complain, but that's a small thing I wish they could have noted and could have done, and get that black interior behind that white nylon tongue just to kind of break up the white a little bit. But for the most part, I have no complaints. I'm happy they were available. They're still available. Most likely they're gonna go on sale, on discount. This is like this is like retro for real. Back in the day where shoes didn't sell out. You could get them months and months after after they dropped. So I don't even have to ask you if y'all got them. I know if you wanted them, you were able to get them, no doubt about it. But if you like this type of content, go ahead and just drop me a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do all that good YouTube stuff for me. Air Jordan 7 Cardinal. And that's it for this one. Peace out.